essentially is slowly reaching long-term goals like capped characters in hardcore. Like, okay, here's a goal that I believe would earn me the respect of all WoW players, right? All WoW players, I would say. And it would take a lot, but I would say this, right? I would say I have every class to cap on both factions. On hardcore. Season of Discovery. And I could say Gladiator, and there's still a large percentage of the community who doesn't give a shit about that, even though it is like the hardest achievement in the game. And well, if you don't buy it, and and that's one of the reasons why they don't respect it. But if you were to say, I have every hardcore class to 60 on both factions, I think the community would say you are a skilled WoW player. Even retail players, I think especially retail players would be like, you are one of the most skilled WoW players of all time. I believe that's it. If I was looking for validation from my mother, I could tell her I have every classic hardcore class to 60 on both factions, and it took me 5 years, but I did it. And then I did it on retail, right? And then I quit, right? But that's a more reachable goal than Gladiator is when you're playing three games at the same time. I gotta check Eve and make sure I'm mining. Yeah, are all my drones doing? Yep, drones are doing. And let's do some grinding on. I like the TTS vibe. I don't think TTS is good for the stream, but I think TTS is good for the MMOs. I love TTS, you know? I could die a happy man if Final Fantasy XI had TTS, because then I could understand what all the quests are, but I just won't read that much in a video game. I already read too much in a video game as it is, you know? Okay, let's pray for money that isn't going to be there. Oh, I guess I did have some money. 6,000. Not bad. I'm going to be able to buy my Echo Drops. Yeah, look at that. Good money for somebody who barely plays the game. You know? 1,200, 600. And if anybody were to ask me, like, what I brought to the streamer table, I would say I taught people how to do lifestyle games for 50 years, so they weren't stressed out all the time, and they were always reaching these crazy big goals, you know? WoW isn't hard if... Why are we on me? Yeah, like, what? Gum Gobbler. Are you serious? Wow. What's with the loser names, man? Fucking loser hack names. It's because they're not original people, so creating an original name is really difficult for them. They, like, actually can't do it. I know, because I've met people like that. Are you going to kill these things? Yeah, you are. Good. So, asteroid's depleted.
The asteroid is depleted.
Yep. And I show people how to play Eve, and I show people that Final Fantasy XI always had value, and I show people that WoW always had value if you play it from a long-term grind perspective. And the boomers never went anywhere. We were just waiting. And so if I just returned to the games that I thought couldn't hold my interest anymore, and I play them all at once, see it? Play them all at once, I could be a really happy gamer. I'm no longer hunting for games. I can't think of a game on the market that I want to buy because these three hit the perfect fucking sweet spot, you know? Now, wanting to play EVE Online every day is really difficult to do, but if I focus on better long-term stuff, like rather than trying to figure out what to do, I just go do what I want to do, which is now I know what it is. It's PI. I keep having to change it because I keep having to understand how really active those goals were. They're too active for somebody who's playing three games at once, 3 goals at once, right? And so I want to cap every class solo to 75 in Final Fantasy XI and get Matt's cap, right? and I want to and I want to die an old man playing my MMORPGs and never reaching all of my goals. But I want to reach this meta where like you can say I've done every class, I've done every profession, I've done every fucking grind. I have more money than I can spend. There's nothing on the auction house I can't afford. You know, I did every hardcore class to 60 on each faction. I did the grind so much that I'm so used to it that I don't die anymore. Like, you know, all that stuff. And that's the dream. It's like playing Diablo forever, but it has meaning because it's an actual MMO, you know? I don't know if the grind is that good. It might really break me, but I think it's something I could do. It's something I feel like I could do.
Aggro.
I don't think it's healthy to sit around that long, so I think I'll have to add in like a treadmill somewhere in there in like 5 years or so, around when I'm like 45. I think I might look into like a Virtuix Omni or whatever the fuck like treadmill deal they have for, and I don't need VR, but I do want a treadmill.
Aggro.
I want a treadmill experience for video games where all of the running I do has to be on the treadmill. And that's such a weird goal, but maybe someone will come up with the tech. I've seen it before, like the Virtuix Omni took a shot at it. I really believed in the Virtuix Omni for a long time. I was like, take my money. It's the only thing on Kickstarter that I thought was interesting. Because I was like, yeah, give us a VR setup with a treadmill and a fake gun and a fake sword and a spellcasting hand with a globe on it or whatever the fuck, right? Or whatever they need for lasers and shit. And yeah, let me play Zelda games or whatever the fuck or whatever in 3D on a treadmill, and all the running that I do in Rust when I'm looting roads, I want to do it on a treadmill. You can tell I'm happy because I'm dreaming about the future. I never ever do that. I like never think about the future, but it's not it's nice. It's the balance and the home and the support and the life and the family, at least for the time it's going to take to establish myself as a grown man with an adult job and adult whims and adult interests and all this, because I was always basically a man child. I mean, not basically, I was. So it's nice to have the legitimacy, push it, and so I feel like the grind was my job and it was the niche and I saw it first. You know, you saw it on the MMO lifestyle first. Triple fucking 3 games at once. Are you sick of one grind? Well, you won't be sick of one grind when you have 3 grinds. You won't be sick of one grind when you have 3 grinds. And the beautiful thing is it doesn't always have to be these games, though they do play well for it. They do play well. Aggro. But it helps. These slow MMOs help. I think people can't play Fortnite and COD and Halo at the same time, and it depresses them. But I think people can play World of Warcraft, EVE Online, and Final Fantasy XI at the same time because I'm doing it. And get this, right? My Final Fantasy XI server is free, so one of the 3 games I don't even have to pay for. And the private scene is actually kind of where I want to be. I wonder if I should actually be on some stolen private server doing hardcore with them. But the difference is the legitimacy in the streamer. Being a streamer, you can't play on private servers. I mean, you can, but the communities will never give you the credit that you deserve. They will for games like Final Fantasy XI that are 20 years old, like EverQuest and stuff like that, World of Warcraft. But they won't do it for games like New Worlds and Terra when they're current, because they view that as just skipping out on the monthly fee. But if it's a game that's literally better on private than it is on retail, like right now, Final Fantasy 11 is better on private. It's got more players on private than it does on retail, which is like fucking sad. And they're all on one server too, so it's like this fucking heyday renaissance for one of my I mean, it really is my favorite game of all time. Final Fantasy 11 is my favorite game of all time. It really is. So it's like a heyday renaissance for it, but I was missing it trying to go find some main on Rust or WoW or whatever, ESO or I mean, Eve. I was looking for mains on Eve. I was like, can I play Eve forever? No. Can I play WoW forever? No. Can I play, I'm sorry, main. Can I play WoW main? No. Can I play forever? No. Can I play Final Fantasy 11 main? Yes. Can I play Final Fantasy 11 forever? Yes. And I think I want to. It's like getting married. It feels like getting married to me. I'm ready to make the commitment for the rest of my life to this triple game grind. I'm ready to do it. I've never wanted to make a commitment in my whole fucking life for anything at all except women. That's it. And it's pretty nice to actually want this grind. It's like pretty nice for me. It's a new experience. Most of the time, I abhor and hate the grind. I hate it. I fucking hate it. It takes my life away. It killed my love lives and broke my hearts. It was just like this terrible thing about my life. But now that I see it in this feasible way where it's just never boring to me and I never burn out, like, I think it's like finding the promised land for me. I might be happier doing that than most people are doing most things that they do to be happy. I feel like I might be happier doing this than dudes who are like porn stars who fuck perfect tens all day and they're vacuous like Kelso and all they want to do is fuck perfect tens all day, right? So like, you know those dudes are happy because that's all they do, right? I kind of feel like that. Like I'm kind of fucking a porn star, the hottest porn star. Like I'm fucking Riley Reid all day, every day, all day. Like I found my Riley Reid in his 3 games at once. I never knew. Like I never would have dreamed. Like 38 years had gone by before I even got an inkling for what I wanted, what I truly wanted out of my life. But this is it. This is like what I want. I never knew what it was. It took me so many years of multi-boxing on Final Fantasy 11 to even get a hint at it. You know, I've got to thank my friend who runs the card store because she helped me understand what it is I wanted to do with my life. She was very formative. That's my friend, Ailey. Ailey is the name that I know her by. So I know her real life name too, but like, you know, my friend Ailey is probably the name she would prefer I use anyways. It was hugely influential on me in the respect that she had found what she wanted to do most in life, had built a business around it, was successful, had made millions, did buy a ranch, and was happy, right? And she's, get it or shit you not, she lives in Texas, and she's a proud Texas lesbian. And she's she runs a card shop that also sells it does DM games, like for it's a Dungeons and Dragons mecca for the South, and she DMs games for a living, and they pay her to do it. And she runs the card store and sells them all the books and everything. And while it doesn't make her that much money, it was like 10 million over the 10 years that she's done it so far. She made like 10 million or something. And I'm so fucking proud of her. And when she told me the story, I was like, "You're not making this up, are you?" And she was like, "No, I would show you the store if it didn't create like a security risk." And she was like, "I'm not making this up." And I was like, "I don't think you are. I really don't think you are." And like, you know, and she'll okay, for instance, she can rattle on about Dungeons and Dragons and Final Fantasy 11 and fucking Vampire Masquerade and Pathmaker, Kingfighter, whatever, King Pathmaker, I forget the names of all the games and everything, and like and Warhammer, and like and it's crazy. It's just crazy. And she's also really beautiful, like genuinely beautiful. And in a weird like card nerd game way. She's a card nerd gamer, but she's beautiful for who she is. She's skinny, she's beautiful, she's attractive, and I was in love with her for a long time, but she's a lesbian, so I had to let her go, and that's okay. We love our lesbians, got no issue with that. That's totally fine. Love it, great. So, but she taught me something. She was like, Kat, you need to find the one thing that you love, and it could be Final Fantasy 11. It doesn't matter what it is. I found my thing doing D&D, but you can find your thing doing Final Fantasy 11. It doesn't matter. She was like, chase the dream. You will find it. You can make a living. You can do it, and I will help you find it. And she did. She did help me find it. Without the multi-boxing that I did for her and I to reach her Mats cap on Nozomi, a private server of Final Fantasy 11, I never would have reached this. And her whole vibe was helping me understand that she was doing this for fun. I mean, I knew already, but she was super good at it. She was better at it than me, but she was doing it for fun. And she was like, you should do things for fun. You should not do the grind because you feel like you need to, or you're compelled to, you're compelled to, or impulse to, or compulse to, or you're obsessed to. You should do it because you enjoy it, and follow the threads that through, follow the Minotaur thread through the fucking maze before the Minotaur eats you. Then do the things that you love, even if it's crazy, even if it's fucking stupid. Like, it's fucking stupid to play EVE Online and Final Fantasy 11 all at once at the same time. It's frankly fucking stupid. It's caused 5 hardcore deaths already in the last week. It's frankly fucking stupid, but I don't care. I love it so much that I'm ready to make the commitment to it for the rest of my fucking life. Like, I think most people find that they want to be a baseball player or like an astronaut or something like that their whole lives. And honestly, I knew what my answer was by the age of 13, but I never told anybody what it was. It was having sex, smoking weed, making love, being in love, making music, and being a gamer. Those 6 things. And I was like, I know what I want for a job, and it's being in love, making love, having sex, playing music, doing drugs, and playing video games. And I used to tell my friends this, but I would hold it like a secret, and they'd be like, you won't tell me what it is you want to do for a living. What do you want to be? And then my parents, everybody, they were like, we can't drag an answer out of you. They kept telling me I had an issue with identity. I didn't know who I was. And I was like, no, motherfucker, what I want to do for a fucking living doesn't pay any money. So I don't ever tell anybody. But I mean, like, now I think I could support myself doing this. I think I could. I never saw an opening. I never saw the niche that I thought could do it. I think the games are boring, and I doubt I pull that big of a fucking audience, but I do believe in it. I believe in it. Like, I believe in, like, liberal causes and like, equality and peace, love, unity, and respect and stuff. I've never seen something that I could believe in beyond the women in my life, ever. And my inner circle. Women and inner circle and my family, which is one person, right? There's been about 10 people in my life that I felt were steady enough that I really wanted in my life beyond, and even now I don't talk to them. And it's because I just didn't have what they had. They all had life dreams. They all were realized. They all worked towards their goals and got them. They all had kids or were married. They all lived their lives. They were all accepted for who they were and all this other shit. I had to hide what I thought was going to be my life job, which was smoking weed, having sex, making love, being in love, doing drugs, like drinking and partying, I guess is a better word. Partying, sex, video games, and love. Partying, sex, video games, and love, and none of them pay. None of them. I mean, sex pays, but I can't sell sex. That's ridiculous. So it's like, I did sell drugs. I have sold all my video games. You understand? Like, I know everything there is to know. I have made women squirt. I know everything there is to know about sex. I know everything there is to know about video games. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. Like, I know everything there is to know about a lot of things, but none of them ever paid. So now I'm looking at this situation like, oh my God, could I unite a dream of like 3 games at once? and live like a madman. And I don't care if anybody pays me any money. I'm gonna fucking do it anyways. And I'm happy to do it, and I don't care. I don't care. And I don't think any of the games I play are particularly disrespectful games, or like the kind of games that anybody would talk shit about per se. Like, for instance, if I was to tell a Rust player that I was playing EVE Online and World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 11 all at once right now, I don't think they would think that I was bad. I would think they would just ask me why I was multitasking, why I was punishing myself by multitasking that much, right? But I don't think they would consider me bad. Because almost all three of these games are incredibly fucking hardcore. Final Fantasy 11 is a walk in the fucking park, and you can die in it a lot. But I mean, but all three of these games can be particularly hardcore if you play them like that, which is what I'm doing right now. Beastmaster is hardcore. It is the longest grind in video game history that I can think of. WoW hardcore is one of the longest grinds in video game history that I can think of. Only Gladiator is worse if you're bad. And EVE Online never ends. You could have 100 trillion-isk or something. You still couldn't buy it all. This game never ends. It doesn't matter. You literally would reach a cap in real life, I think, before you would reach a cap in the game. I think. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. There's far more in real life than there is in EVE Online, but EVE Online is particularly massive, like a fucking real galaxy. It is. It could contain that kind of. It could contain that, like you know how Finding Nemo felt? That's how EVE Online is. And how are you going to find something in that huge ocean, right? So, you know, the only reason that it's not like that is because nobody plays it. But, I mean, that could change. If I put my faith in it, I bet people play it. If I bring the attention to it. I have this, like weird... I think most of those streamers are doing their jobs because they want to main EVE Online. I want to pull Twitch rivals numbers and force them to watch me play EVE Online on a really basic, slow level like this, right? Where I'm just mining, basically. But I want to force them to watch it till they get fascinated with it, and then they do it. Like drugs or sex. And music. Like all the other things that I do in my life that I live for. And so, like, my band couldn't stay together, so I don't do music. My friends couldn't stay focusing on our crew. They had to worry about their own lives, so I don't have them anymore. My family is dead, and they won't let me do drugs without putting me in jail. So this thing, these 3 games at once, is like me doing drugs again, or something like that. It's like they took it away, they fascist up and shat up the place so bad with their fascist bullshit, I'm on top control bullshit, I'm a king tyrant idiot bullshit, right? That they fucked up the world for me, and I went looking through digital realities to try to find happiness because I believed that it wasn't possible for me in the real world. That they shat this place up so badly that I had to go find my promised land, and I finally found my promised land. It's the 3 games. I'm so fucking happy. I'm on cloud 9. It's like I'm in love. It's the kind of fervor and happiness and just sheer zeal and just like appreciation and joy. Frankly, joy, like that movie Inside Out, right? Like that emotion, joy. I just feel joy like Amy Poehler all the fucking time because I found my niche. I really didn't think it was possible. I found work amongst men for 25 years thinking that my mountain home had been burned. And I finally found it. The WoW had died, and EVE had died, and Final Fantasy 11 had died, and my family had died, and some of my best friends had died, and my life had died, and I was living on the streets, and I had nothing, and there was nothing left, and then finally I was like, there must be a return home to the mountain. I must find my Arkenstone, and it is love. It is love. I'll speak passionately about it. I don't feel sad or weird or shameful speaking about it. It's like finding your promised land should be something that is exalted. It is exalted. I don't think it involves humans either. That's the other crazy part. I think it does, but not like in this weird like interactional way. I think the further I get away from humans with it, the better I do. The less I talk, the better I do. I mean, sorry, the less I communicate, the better. I think the better, the more quiet I am, the better it would be. I'm sorry, I don't stutter, but I do have like Asperger's and speech impediment stuff going on. I'm sorry. When I get stressed out or having an emotional moment, get to stuttering, repeating sentences and stuff like pretty bad because I have pretty bad brain damage.
The asteroid is depleted.
Bash my head on a pavement going 40 miles an hour. Nothing. What could be better than a swan dive into the asphalt? Well, I didn't think I would know what that was like my whole life, but then I did. I heard that song by Head PE when I was like 14 years old, and I was like, yeah, I'll never know what it would be like to take a swan dive into the asphalt. Now I do. Now I absolutely do. Going 40 miles an hour, too. Yeah, I took a swan dive into the asphalt when I was passed out. So, yeah, probably my body was rubbery, which was good, so hopefully I didn't tense up and break more than my clavicle and my shoulder and shit, but yeah, I took a swan dive into the asphalt. What could be better? Only my inner circle would understand what I'm talking about right now, which is why I'm dropping this shit. I don't care. I have to work under the assumption that eventually my friends might be in the channel. So I just, you know, I have to work under the assumption that my friends might be in the fucking channel. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I do. So moving forward, I came back to town to get Signet, and I need to dump all this into my box, into your box. I'll dump in your box. And, yeah, gotta go move in that direction. Stealth, I guess. I'm going out to do pools of Arlithrian. Excuse me. Yep. And so if I can reach the long game on Eve after playing it for 15 years, if I could pay for my Plex, I would be so happy, and I could just keep this running all the time. And it's a AAA MMO that I don't have to pay for, that never ends. I'm always protected by them. My shit isn't going anywhere. You know, I'm paying them. I'm happy with them. They're the best company that ever lived. Crowd Control Productions, bitch. Crowd Control Productions, CCP, the greatest video game development company that ever did live. I can say it with 110% fucking surety. Never has there been a company like CCP, and never will there ever be. CCP has been at the cutting edge of setting the industry standard for 20 solid years. You think World of Warcraft's good, but no. World of Warcraft was a ripoff of CCP's game EVE Online. Oh, bad storm. If I lose internet, guys, I'm sorry. Bad storm, bad hailstorm. God, it feels good to be happy and not be yelling at the top of my lungs about some stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter. It feels so good. But, I mean, it's this constant battle. I had to do the work to reach that. It was work. It was like mental discipline. It was grinding the games. It was hunting through the scenes like Gandalf, going through the various towns like Minas Tirith and fucking the Shire, and like just trying to like, you know, like fucking like talk to everybody and figure out what the shadow was doing and the death of my home. And like now I feel like I can just retire. I've done my traveling and my fighting, and I've found my places, and I can retire. I can just go on about my business and live the long grind like an old man and be happy. And I don't think I even like need the love even at that point. It would be nice if it was there, but like I don't even need the love at that point. I think the happiness will be there even if I die an old single man. I think it's okay. It's like finding Nirvana. It's sublime. If you're a Stone Temple pilot, it's pretty Nirvana and sublime. I'm a Stone Temple pilot all the time. I pilot this temple stoned. And it's Nirvana when I reach it. And it's always sublime. Rest in peace to all my dead family, my friends, and the dead games. I think you saved me. I think the dead games and the dead people saved me. Rest in peace. I love you, Kurt. I love you, Bradley. Shout out to somebody who's still alive, like Lana Del Rey, as opposed to Elliott Smith or Chris Cornell. Shout out to Lana and Billy for being a fucking live, for being alive, especially Lana. Go through the heroin addiction like I did. Shoot up dope straight to the fucking heart, please, or whatever the fuck. Thank God for our Lana. There's a real gonzo, you know. Gonzos can be girls and gonzos can be perfect 10s. Lana's the proof. All I want to do is get high by the beach, get high by the beach, get high by the beach. All I want to do is get high by the beach, get high by the beach. One day, if I ever make any money doing this, or, well, you know, honestly, I could just do this. I could sell my house, and I could move into a piece of crap, like waterfront property somewhere safe, like Northern Cali or whatever, but do it on the ocean so I can watch the ocean out the window in front of me. Put a TV to the left and a window to the right, and I can look out the window to the beautiful ocean all day and watch the waves and stuff. That's a life dream, right? And it doesn't need to be expensive. It could be a crappy apartment. I don't care. I just need a view of the ocean. That's it. And maybe Lahaina. Might go back to Lahaina because anybody willing to live in Lahaina is probably crazy. If I could live in Lahaina, I would be very happy. I lived in Lahaina once. So anyways, but it's too unsafe. Fucking watch the ocean all day, and out the back is the water, right? Like, I don't know, like a lake. It'd be cool to have a lake near an ocean, something that I could fish in, but have a view of the ocean. That'd be so amazing. But I don't think I could. It's just kind of funny. It's like, it's not like I want to spend a lot of money. I just want what I want, which is like the ocean. I want the ocean. I am a fan of the ocean. I wish to watch it. I want to watch what's happening to the ocean right now because the coral reefs are dying. I want to see it in person. I want to see the ocean die firsthand. It's a life's goal to see the ocean die firsthand. You know? God damn it.
The asteroid is depleted.
The asteroid is depleted. Okay, let's get this stuff in a drawer. Fire, wind, twin stone earring, Galspit grass, Ugudo feather, insect wings, lizard skin, lizard tail. Oops, did I do something wrong there? I don't think I did. Yep, and there, yeah, we're good, looking good. Okay, inventory's dumped. Gotta go look at a chess piece now that I have a lot more money than I thought I was gonna have. That's cool. I could do some fishing, I suppose, if I needed money, or I could sell some ports while I fish. No, I'm in Bastock. I could just run over and fish up, like, I don't know, like 10k in black eels. So let's see what I can look at in terms of an axe upgrade, because I'm using a level 20 axe, and I think 31 is when you get the next one, but I don't know. I don't have that shit memorized, and I don't care to. I guess the epiphany is that I am shocked by how much I am loving my middle-aged, and I really thought that I was only gonna like my youth. Oh, what's this now? Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, I love that mod. I love that mod. Aggro. Confirmed. Thank you, mod. I love you, mod. Must have for hardcore. Just must have. Definitely. I wish you could skin the toads.
Aggro.
2 herbs. It's a good place to be. You know, it's a shame. I only live like 20 miles from the ocean, and you could almost see it. You can almost see it, and it is a life's goal to have a view of the ocean. You know, it's a really expensive dream. I don't think I'll ever reach it, but it's good to have goals. You have good something to work for, work towards, etc. Earth root, damn it. Where's the other one? Is it underneath? Wait, no. It's there. Silver leaf.
Aggro.
Okay. No wonder my generation went crazy for hardcore. It is actually really good. It's like the best rogue ever made, hands down. Best rogue ever made. It outdoes any other rogue. I can't think of another one with the same amount of depth. Maybe Rust. Rust is the only other rogue I can think of that has the same depth that WoW does. Minecraft. Rust, Minecraft, WoW. Rogues, right? EVE Online is a rogue. Yeah, I think that's it. I think, or any hardcore experience is rogue, really. Rogue is hardcore experience. You lose your fucking character. You can't fuck around with this. I have not been serious, and that's the actual ultimate fucking goal that I have to set. Getting serious about hardcore and making every move really fucking carefully and really slowly. And that's hard for me. I'm such an impulsive, fast motherfucker. I just push through and go as fast as I can. Yeah, but where is the file, though? You're not showing to me. Where is this? I'm like way out somewhere. Oh, is it? Wait, no, that's not it. It's... Oh, there. It's that one? It's the blue one? Oh, right. I went to the thing. I just didn't actually use it, I think, is what it is. See how space cadet I am? I'm so space cadet. I don't care, though. Like, all my life, I guess that's part of the conversation. It's like, all my life, I convinced myself that I was bad somehow, or that being this way, or having these interests was, like, bad somehow. But it's not. It doesn't pay money. But that's about the only negative thing you could say about it, I'd say. Well, that and some of the people that you meet when you're doing it are really shitty. But those are like the only two negative things I could say about it is that it doesn't pay money unless you're like a celebrity, and it doesn't really, like, you know, or you're developing it, and it doesn't, in which place you're not playing it, and it doesn't you know, and it doesn't pay, and I guess that might change in my lifetime too, in which case I bet I can have my view of the ocean dream. Eventually, if they fix RMT in the next 20 years, like probably 20 years it'll take, but in 20 years they might fix RMT and I'll be like, what, 60, right? And I'll be like, oh my God, I'm stretching into a long grind and I've been doing this for 20 years, and well, I've been doing it for 40 years, but 20 years on stream, and I'm fixing in for the long grind right when I'm like 60, right? And like... I want to like I want to find the time to see the change in my lifetime of the RMT problem, because then I can just sell all of this stuff that I've farmed up in real time. I have a dream, my MMO children. I have a dream. It's a really important dream to me. Probably the way that MLK's dream was to him, because I feel like I'm a slave right now. I cannot monetize myself. It is like slavery to me. It is like slavery to me. All of my work is stuck in coffers that mean nothing. And it is like being a slave. All of my work, this shit is worthless. You cannot apply a fucking real life amount to it, right? And the shit is worthless. You can, but I mean, you're gonna be violating terms of service. I want the terms of service violations gone. I'm sick of the government in the rules with that. I want to be able to sell this shit to people who want to buy it, right? And so yeah, I'll sell you medium leather for a penny. I will do so. I have no problem with doing that. I'll sell you 120 medium leather for $1.20. I got no problem for that. And I don't care if it takes me 45 fucking minutes or whatever. I'll do it. And I honestly, I don't care. And I want that ability. I want it the way I'm fairly sure MLK wanted slavery for his people to end. You know? Or whatever you call it. It's not slavery, it's disenfranchisement. My work has no value. I can make no money. All the time spent leads to nothing. This is because of lawyers and rules that don't apply to the real world, that don't benefit anyone. And like, you know, and I don't know why my work has to be so, like, you know, so disenfranchised and devalued. And my econ is fucked, and all of my life's effort and work is worth nothing, when there are people out there who would gladly pay me real life money for this. There are lots of people out there who would gladly pay me for what's in my inventory right now. They would gladly pay me 12 pennies for 12 silver, and I would sell it too. I would sell the 12 silver for 12 pennies if I could. I would absolutely do that. I would be so happy to do that. Like, I don't care if that's a break your time kind of amount. It would provide this like different like reality. So I finally found my promised land. So that I guess the next thing that you do when you reach nirvana, the next thing you do is you set your goals towards a higher ground, but you never reach it because there's nothing greater than nirvana, right? So, but I'll set my goal to a higher ground anyways, and maybe one day I do see something greater. I don't know. I like to dream. I like Aristotle. I'll quote Aristotle: "Keep my eyes on the stars." You know. If one day we can monetize ourselves doing this, I don't need to even be on the stream. I will be, but I mean, I don't need to even be on the stream. I don't need to be famous. I don't need to be a celebrity whore. I don't need to be a sellout or any of these things that's going to make my community hate me. I don't have to do things that are going to like ads or anything that displeases. Oh, I do, but I won't have to do them in a way that stands out, you know, or bothers anybody, and like, you know, and all this stuff. And I don't think there should be a barrier when I want to sell online currency, online goods, and online materials. And my live stream is to see private servers to these games where I could go on the market and I can legally sell people the stuff that I worked for on the private hardcore server where all of the world's best players are. That's my live stream next. I just reached my live stream, I guess, and I didn't even know what it was till I reached it. Find 3 games, play them at once, and be happy being the MMO lifestyle person that you always wanted to be. And I didn't know what it was till I reached it. So now my next stream is to somehow, some way, make RMT as such that they don't have our balls and our fucking vaginas clipped, or whatever sexual organ you have, and you know, and stop stepping on us and making my entire life pointless, my entire grind pointless, my entire value is nothing because I can't sell any of this. I can't pay a dowager for a fucking marriage or something. I can't go on dates because I worked all my life for thousands of more days, of thousands of more hours than other people. And sure, it wasn't physical labor, but it was work, and I attained nothing from it. Nothing at all. I mean, this career is what I attained from it, and I love this career, and I don't wish to poo-poo this career or say that, you know, that it's bad or anything. I love this career, and I worked hard for it, and I like these follows, and I like this viewership, and I like these people, and I like this community, and I wish to keep it moving forward. But like the bottom line is like now I never would have had to do any of that if I could have just sold the fucking materials for the real life currency and made $20 a day. I can live off $20 a day. I can live off $20 a day. I'm fairly sure. If I could make $20 a day selling MMO stuff, everything I made that day, I'd be okay with that. honestly, that's like a fourth to a fifth to a 120th of what everybody else in the world makes. I'm not a greedy person. I want my 20 bucks a day. I could live off 20 bucks a day. 20 bucks a day, you know? And I would work in the background for investments and stuff to pay for stuff like houses that I can live in so I don't have to pay rent. And I would be very happy to live off 20 bucks a fucking day. And I don't want to fucking shill. I don't want to fucking be this like commercial for people. I don't like I'll do it, but I don't want to. I don't wish to lose my artistic license or do anything that takes me away from playing the games, you know? So, you know, anything that takes me away from playing the games is cancer anathema to all of this. It's just ridiculous. So, like, reaching your life goal, you go looking at another mountain peak. You're like ain't no mountain high enough. And then you get up there and you're like, oh shit, there is no more mountains. And you think, you're like, okay, what else could I have? I'm such a weird, like, oh yeah, I can think of a lot, right? I'll give you anything you want. Oh yeah, well, I can think of a lot, you know? Don't offer me that. I can think of a lot. So I want the RMT thing to end. I want it to end. I think it's toxic and shitty, and I think it controls us in this way that's killing children's futures. You know, I had to add futures because it is true. It's killing their future. It's killing the kids' future if they can't sell their skins to each other legally. You know. It's not good. This stuff matters to them. They care about this. I care about this. You cannot devalue things that far where like I spend 30, 50, 70 years of my fucking life playing MMORPGs and I never see a fucking red cent for the 100,000 fucking hours that I've spent or whatever. That just can't be that way. Even baseball players in the minor leagues make money. It just can't be that way. Nothing in the history of mankind has ever been that way. You can literally sell eating shit on the internet for probably some pretty good money, honestly. But you can't sell video game fucking materials. It's one of the actual worst black market bans that's ever existed. It actually is. It's up there worse than drugs or something because there's been no leeway with this. You still can't sell online fucking shit like this and pay taxes on it. You're not allowed to. It's the TOS is they have this like fucking wing clip, ball clip thing on the TOS where they just don't want you doing that. And I'm sorry, but I know you guys don't like fucking NFT fucking Bitcoin games, and I don't like them either. But I think Bitcoin MMORPGs might be my fucking future because I'm sick of. I mean, especially if they make a good one. If they make a good one, goodbye. And I drop my 3 games and I go play a main again because I would really like to monetize my entire fucking life like every other, even prostitutes can monetize their lives. I can't. Not without, I mean, I can, but not without getting the fucking, like, not without getting the IRS on my case and taking all my money away. No, you can't. You can't really sell currency or items, or I would. You can't. It's against the TOS. There's these like ball breaking fucking rules about it, and so I get to the mountaintop of realizing what my life's happiness goal was, which is playing 3 MMORPGs at once. I thought it was going to be a lead singer, but no, it's playing three MMORPGs at once. I didn't know till I got here. I'm like, yep, that's it. I think it's it. Nothing's ever felt like this for me before. So now I go looking for a higher mountain, and it's, oh god, I pretty much have to destroy the government, I think. The higher mountain is destroying the government, or at least not destroying them, but destroying the part of them that is preventing me and all the people who are playing video games from monetizing each other. That can't exist like that for much longer. That can't be like that for much longer. You know what I suspect is going to happen? I think a piece of crap RuneScape game, or hopefully RuneScape itself gets a clue. Hopefully RuneScape itself or something gets a clue, right? RuneScape's a game that anybody on the planet can play on their cell phone, you know? And why can't we play monetized RuneScape, where if I farm up 40,000 shrimp, I can sell that to you for $40 cash US.
Docking permission requested. requested.
I could die a happy man. I really could. You like, I feel like I face the same sort of God, and I don't mean to draw some sort of correlation to me and other like minorities and stuff, but I feel like a minority, even though I'm a white man, because my job is technically illegal in a very verifiable way, where if I ever show anybody that I've made money off of it, they just freeze your PayPal, they get you for non-payment of taxes, and they say that you couldn't pay taxes on this is illegal. And if they don't do that, they say, oh, it's against the company's terms of service, so your PayPal accounts are frozen. I know, because it's happened to all the people that were ever successful in RMT. That's what they do to them. That's what all the stories are. They freeze their fucking accounts to steal all the money and scare them out of the industry. And you know what? That's just, I'm sorry, but why? I don't, like, why? You don't do that kind of thing to drug dealers? You don't do that kind of thing to drug dealers even. But you do it to fucking video game people? Like it's seriously, it's like imposed serfdom. It's slavery, but with extra steps. I literally am gonna spend more years in the MMO fields picking MMO cotton than people would have in the civil, like literally for no money, for no money. It's already at 27 years, and at the way it's going right now, it will reach 60 or 70 years of just slaving away in the MMO fields for not a single penny ever, not a penny ever. That is serfdom. It is serfdom in America. It is serfdom. It is serfdom. I'm sorry, but it is serfdom. I am a digital serf, and I farm and I mine away and I dump my mining ore and my fucking, levels into my XP bar and all this shit, and I go selling on my auction house and all this all my life like a good constructive human being. And there's many 3.5 billion people on the planet who would love to pay me for my services and my RMT and my currency and my fucking loot. They would love to pay me for the loot that I've seen in my lifetime. I know they would. And like, trust me, like, I would love to sell it to them, but no, you have a digital serf slavery thing going on, to the likes of which I envy black slaves in the South, because they will have got out of slavery faster than I'll get out of my digital serfdom. And I don't like drawing this correlation, because it's like a white man trying to say I have it worse than a black person does. That's not the statement I'm trying to make here, or any kind of, or to downplay what they went through. But I'm just saying their problem will end faster than mine will, and that's all I'm trying to say. Like, in relativeness, you can understand how really cold and like heartless that actually is. Like, honestly, they dreamed one day of being free people, and they saw it. I dream of it too, but I don't think I'm gonna see it. They got what they wanted in the end. I don't think I'm gonna get what I want in the end. I think they'll never let this one go. I think for some reason they cannot allow video game people to make money off of video game people. I don't think they can allow it. Something about it totally cedes the control of all the world's money to us, essentially, I think. Immediately, pretty much. I think it does. It cedes control to all the people playing the video games, essentially. All the world's money goes to us, essentially, pretty much, when that happens. And I think they're not stupid. Any Keynesian fucker, whatever, is it Keynesian mathematics person? Like, you can do mathematical reals and stuff, but the thing is, if the public can monetize themselves by selling something that they can go reach, anybody in the world can go reach, to other people who value that item, for real currency, it will break the world's economics entirely, which is entirely, I think, why I'm a digital serf in 2023. 23 years later from when I started doing it. I started with Phantasy Star Online. I had like 6 level 100s by the second year or something like that. My best friends did too. I went from there to Diablo 2 and had like Shakos and fucking hexes and shit, multiple accounts and multiple like hundreds or whatever the 60s or whatever the fucking cap was and shit. Went all the way through to fucking like World of Warcraft, EVE Online, FFXI mainly, and all this currency currency that would have sold for thousands and thousands of dollars, that would have brought me surcease from my pain and my suffering. And like, they wonder why I was homeless on the fucking streets, and I couldn't tell them. I didn't have the words to say it, because I'm a digital serf and they won't pay me for what I do. It took support from the government for being on the spectrum before I could like reach my goals of being able to make a penny in this world. A penny. And as it is, it's only been like $1,000 or something like that. So it's like, you know, as it is, I've been doing for what, like, I don't even know, like 16 months. I don't like counting the months because it kind of reminds me of like rehab or something like that. But I've been doing streaming for like 14, 15, 16 months, something like that. And I've made like something like $1,100 or something like that, maybe a little more. And it's like the most money I've ever made at my job, at any job that I ever cared about. I didn't care about the money I worked at any other job ever. It represented something I didn't value beyond the means to an end. It was something I didn't crave. I don't want money. I don't care about real life money. But ooh, online currency, yeah. Online currency, yeah. I don't like Bitcoin, but oh my God, I like online currency. You know what I like more than the US dollar? WoW gold. I seriously do. I think I can buy more things that I care about with WoW gold. And that's a sick, sad state of affairs, but I mean, that is actually the case. You know, it's the truth. I'm speaking truth to truth. You know, I really am. I'm like trying to say it how the best way I know how to fucking say it. So now, you know, we reach this place where all of us are digital serfs. The skin boys can't sell skin boys to the skin boys. The account boys can't sell account boys to the account boys. The hackers can't sell hacks to the hacks. The hackers can't sell hacked accounts. The e-girls can't sell their, the e-girls can sell their companionship, but they can't sell e-sex. The AI merchants can't sell sex AI. Like, they can, but they can't. There's all this shit going on. Like, the world went digital, but everything's illegal to make money off of. Everything's a black market, even though it's a really white hat. Like, I don't see how farming loot in a video game is inherently bad for anything or anyone. I don't think Asmongold would say that either. Like, I don't think even an expert would say it. Like, no. Like there's like this stuff has value, or I wouldn't do it. It has a lot more value than a lot of other things in my life. And so now I'm like, why can't we monetize each other? Jesus fucking Christ. So like now I look at it like, I think the slaves are gonna see freedom. Like, Frederick Douglass will have seen freedom faster than I will. Frederick Douglass will have seen freedom faster than I will. I've only made like $1,000 in my life doing this, and I've starved my entire life because of it. And they're like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go do something that I'm not passionate about. I'm sorry. That's like, I think we need to modify like the syllabus of America. I guess it does cover it. Pursuit of happiness, motherfucker. This is my pursuit of happiness. Everybody else in the world can make money in doing what they're doing, even if it's illegal, and you go hunting for some of them, but you don't go hunting them like you go hunting us. If I try to live a lifestyle where I pull in $50,000 worth of RMT digital currency and stuff of video game sales of transmog and skins and accounts and shit like that, right? If I go do that, you freeze my PayPal account because it's against all the games' terms of service. All those games that money's actually worth any money on, it's against the terms of service to do that. You can't go sell EVE Online ISK. You can't go do it. It's against the law. If they catch you doing it, they freeze your PayPal account. Now, I'm good at this. I want to make $300,000 in a month because I can do that. RMT can make that kind of money. RMT is so much money. People really want this. They really want it more than drugs sometimes. They really want this product that doesn't kill anyone. So now I want to sell it to them. But you banned it my entire known adult fucking life. I have more reason than most to hate the fucking US government. I am facing electronic serfdom, the likes of which I don't think anyone else has ever faced in the history of mankind. Even prostitutes and drug dealers do better than me. They have far less harassment. Far less. I don't understand it. It's this thing about, if we convert all of our interests to online currency, the world will die. But and that's one of the reasons why I think I actually qualify as like the political party of anarchist, because at this point I'd rather we took all the currency in the real world and brought it online so all of us can actually make money and pay for our kids to eat and shit like that. I guess if that's anarchy and then the governments collapse and the jobs all break and everybody has to reshift and everything, I guess I'm a revolutionist. I guess I'm an anarchist. I would say I'm an anarchist. I would rather the world's economic systems crumble and become digital than what we have right now. Credit cards and cold hard cash that just destroy the planet with all this weird like corruption and shit, you know? And yeah, I'm a lot more comfortable with Elon Musk having $30 billion if he's an online person than I am him having $30 billion in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And they might, I mean, great, what's her name? Grimes understands this. Grimes did some of the best conversations about legal online gaming RMT currency that I've ever heard. Fucking Grimes like had more to say about RMT currency than I ever have. I feel like I could do a goddamn TED Talks about this. I really could. I have no fear about walking out on a TED Talk stage and say, I, my men, wives, husbands, children, and shit, my family, I must tell you, I have done MMORPGs for 27 years and I don't need a script. I can tell you that I don't need a script. I can tell you for realsies, and here's all of my accounts, flip, swipe, 1700 days on that one, you know, and be like, oh, you know, and I've never made a fucking cent. 27 years, my children, 27 years. Daddy Boomer is upset because he's facing digital serfdom. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and it's not good. It's not good. How do you think my family felt about it? Every girl ran for the hills. Like when they actually understand who you are and what you are, they're like, you've got the one ban in history that actually stands, the one black market that actually is controlled, which is online currency and online products. The one fucking black market that's actually controlled. If you show them any money at all, which you have to because all of it's digital online transactions, yeah, you can ask for Bitcoin, but if you ask for Bitcoin, like, you're essentially at that point a criminal. If you're taking Bitcoin for online gaming currency that's against the TOS, you are essentially a criminal. You could be prosecuted by your government. They definitely are going to come after you for the taxes, and they don't make it legal for you to pay taxes on that stuff. That's another part of this problem. Let me pay you. Jesus Christ, government, please take my money. You know what I'm saying? Please, US government, take my fucking money. And that's all I have to say about this. Fucking sad state of digital serfdom affairs. You know what I'm saying? Envy slaves, you know, because I know they're going to get through they got through their problem. They got through their problem faster than I'm going to get through my problem. I'm fairly sure. I bet it lasts all my fucking life, and it affects, if I have any kids or anything like that, it's going to affect my kids' lives if I ever have any kids. I doubt it, but I mean, if I ever have any kids, this is going to affect my kids' lives. It's going to affect your kids' lives. Like, this is a problem. It's like a very bad problem, and it affects me a lot. I know I hyperbolically inflate it because it's my problem, but I don't think most people face a problem like me. I look at my problem and I think I'd rather face starvation in an African country, because at least, like, you know, as a different person who had a job that they could actually monetize, like, say, I'd rather be a tree cutter in Africa because it's legal than doing what I do, because what I do is not legal. It has not been legal. It's never been legal. It probably never will be legal. And I don't understand it. It's never caused a death. It doesn't cause corruption. It doesn't, I mean, it's just the seeding of understanding that we might value digital currency more than real life currency, which I do. You know what I'm saying? You see me grinding fucking gambling like train wreck? Fuck no. I could give a flying fuck about US currency. It buys me nothing that I want. I mean, I guess it buys me out of my problems. But honestly, that's kind of a fallacical argument to make. It's like a fallacy to think that you should live your life around solving your problems rather than living your life and having fun and pursuing the ye old happiness. you know? Pursuit of happiness. I don't want money that causes me less problems, you know, so that my life has less problems. I don't care about that. I want my life that I spent 27 years to actually be charted and be worth something to somebody, because it is the worst disenfranchisement that I can think of. I don't have a country. I don't have a political party. I don't have friends. I don't have a reality. I don't have a bank account. I don't have any money. I'm a serf. The entirety of all my work goes into a fucking toilet and gets abandoned to the wayside and deleted off accounts or forgotten about, like some kind of fucking like monolith or something like that. It's just fucking crazy. And all that disenfranchisement, it doesn't need to be that way. All that stuff is happening because of rules that don't need to exist. Rules that don't need to exist, dude. Rules that don't need to fucking exist. And like, that's my spiel. That's it. That's all. Like, God damn it, when you realize your life dream and you reach your mountaintop, you go looking for a greater peak, and it's the one that you can't reach. It's the one that you probably will never reach. I will dance in the fucking streets and film it and pour champagne all over my fucking body while I yell to the heavens that I'm the most joyous human being on the planet. It'll be like slavery ending for me. It will be. It'll be like slavery ending for me if I could do this somehow other than becoming a celebrity. Like, I'm okay with being a celebrity, obviously. But, like honestly, I would prefer not to be fucking famous. I would be okay to never speak to another human being again. We all know this. I'll say it. I say it all the time. Like, fucking, I would be okay to never speak to another human again. I would really be I'd be okay with that if it meant that I could make some money doing this. But no, I'm in the worst, like, essentially digital slavery situation that I can think of. I would prefer to be in a physical situation that ended rather than this digital fucking like fucking existential crisis of a fucking philosophical nightmare that'll never end. That's born out of rules that don't need to exist, that were made by people who have never read the Constitution, who will never understand how bad it actually affects people. It's a problem you can't fix. It's stupidity. You can't fix it. You can't fix stupid. You can't. They'll never fix it. I throw my hands up at it. I don't believe it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So here's me dumping 10 grand into fucking echo drops, which I don't want to do, but I mean, they're needed. You fucking need them past level 30. You'll just get your ass chewed out. You know, you need echo drops. Like, they're not optional, really. Like, on every class, but like war. No, even war needs it. Every class that uses a spell, which is pretty much every class, like, needs echo drops. They are crucial to every class past, like, especially like past, like, what is it? What's Susemi? It's like, yeah, 22. Past level 22, you pretty much need echo drops because it's too nasty without it on a real era server. I don't have anything else to sell, right? Oh, I have that Dalmo meat, yeah. And then, okay, good. We're on our way out here. I just want to get my signet and leave. Oh, I haven't been mining, of course. I didn't even go to the belt. Belt. Damn it. No. So down with digital serfdom. Fuck anybody who would still encourage slavery or serfdom in 2023. Down with, like, trying to make hyperbolic fucking, you know, like, virtue signals or whatever the fuck about like fucking digital serfdom, but somebody should talk about it because it is a reality. Somebody's got to talk about it. I have never made I made like $1,000 when I was 39 years old. I made my first $1,000 in my life's work, and that is just not feasible. That should not be legal or feasible in the human state of affairs unless whatever the job is like totally morally bankrupt, like rape or murder or child molestation or assault or something like that. But I just don't see how selling online items is inherently evil. I just don't get it. I don't see it. I never will see it. I don't believe selling online items is somehow evil. I just don't get that. Fuck that. So, I'm gonna get off my fucking soapbox now, I promise. And I'm gonna watch a video. I'm gonna chill the fuck out, you know? Chill the fuck out now. I don't usually do these kind of deliveries because I promised my doctors I wouldn't, and my family. So I don't do a lot of long-winded rants anymore. I try not to. I do a lot of them, but I don't. I try not to because it's bad for me. It's bad to get all hyped up on the anger. It's bad to do the blood pressure raise. It's bad to get distracted and not get to mining and not get to doing the stuff that I need to do on the games. It's just fucking bad. But the stuff does need to be said. And I mean, I published this video. Tonight I'm gonna make a note in the file that tonight was a special night. You know, around hour 8. Yeah, like round out hour 8, I did like hour 6. Yeah, hour 6, I did like a pretty good like 2-hour spiel about, you know, being a digital fucking serf. I didn't know what to call it. It's a digital serf. I've never had a phrase to even sum it up before, but I've never, I had to fix the first problem before I could even begin to have like kind of groundbreaking ideas about the second problem. So maybe solving the first problem will lead me to solving the second problem. If enough people live like me, that where they need the grind to be legalized, that they insist that it goes on the ballot, perhaps we can change the world. You know, I'd love to change the world, but I don't know what to do, so I leave it up to you. I don't know. I really don't know. So now we go get our signet, and I leave town. Let's go see what he's wearing. What does Deku-chan wear? Bamboo and Little Worm. I want to give him my fishing rod. I want to give him a fishing rod, but I've got 5k gil to my name, so no can do. Impossible. Oh, did we crash? Yes, you did. Okay. Wow, yeah, you did crash. Jeez. Alright, well, get the fuck out of here. Yep. Go. How we doing here? Good.
Aggro.
Digital fucking serfdom. Maybe when I introduce myself to people in public, I'll say I'm a digital serf. And if they ask me what that is, I'll tell them. It's when you work your entire life and never get paid. Simple enough way to say it. You work your entire life but never get paid. Like, sure, celebrity changes it, but celebrity changes everything. If you're a celebrity, anything, your money problems pretty much end. And like, you know, and so celebrity, yeah, celebrity fixes the digital serfdom problem, but the thing is, celebrity fixes every fucking problem. So yeah, it's like this blanket cure to everything. Getting a lot of money fast because you're a celebrity. It's a blanket cure to all the problems out there, including being a digital serf, right? So yeah, I'm hoping that, you know, eventually celebrity will fix that issue for me. But I don't know that, you know, I don't know that, like, that needs to, I don't know why that's necessary. It should be possible to just sell the stuff direct to people. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want gold. I don't want silver and copper and gold. I want a number here that represents real life money. Does it make sense?
Aggro.
And I can cash it out for direct one-to-one value. And I go into the game and I drop $100. Yeah. I'm a big believer in RMT MMOs, I guess. I really am. If they made a good one, I'd be playing it. And by good, I mean it has to be good like this. It's got to be good like this. Not like some crappy cell phone game. Or like fucking Neopets or something. I'm talking about like a real MMO that's actually fun. This guy's level 9, he hurts. Oh, I dinged. That's good. So where are we now? Oh, I didn't get the signet. Son of a bitch. I didn't get the signet? I didn't get it. Yeah, this is good. This is a good way to do it. Never occurred to me to do it this way.
Aggro.
I love the Eve soundtrack.
Aggro.
Oh. I think I get slice and dice now. Or no, that's next level. Wish I could pick that herb. Damn it.
You've been examined.
Oops. Okay, we're ready to leave town again.
The asteroid is depleted. Aggro. 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 The asteroid is depleted. Aggro.
Oh.
Aggro. Aggro.
Ah. I've only picked 7 herbs. It feels like a lot more than that. I guess not.
Aggro. The asteroid is depleted.
Let's look at E passive income since it seems to be on my mind so much. No, I want to look at this one first, but in a different one. Oops. Wow, yesterday's videos still haven't uploaded. How is that right? Wow, this is far behind. Because it's Friday. I started these last night at 2 a.m. What the fuck? Oh, well, I can't do anything about that. I could scan once if it meant staying in the hole for a long time. Take 2 ships out there. I don't know. No, I don't want to scan. I hate scanning.
The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online and welcome to my video on why I like mining in the Orca. So mining in
Thank you to Lone Wolf. I'd like to sub to your channel.
is often described as
Thank you for the extra content for my stream.
the most boring activity in the game, but I once heard that people who are easily bored tend to be boring themselves. So personally, I find mining in EVE Online the perfect relaxation experience. It has that great mix of ease, accessibility and progression. Mining in the Orca is something you can do for just 10 minutes or for several hours. You can do it alone or in a group. In short, it's my #1 activity after I come home from work when I'm trying to relax a bit and still accomplish some progress in the game. The fit is exactly what you would expect from a mining ship. It combines a maximum of yield with a maximum of tank. The big difference with a mining barge is that all the yield upgrades are in the rigs, and so you don't have to sacrifice low slots for that. While the low and medium slots are all about the tank, in the high slots you can put up to 3 command bursts. So here I go with 2 shield buffs for even more tank and 1 mining buff in case I want to boost some people in the belt. It's important to remember that you can't boost the drone, so you can't increase your own yield that way. It only helps others. This fit has the best possible yield and up to 394,000 HP. You can also find the fit itself in the bio of my character, Mizuko. While the yield is a bit lower than some of the mining barges like the Hulk or the Machina, the larger cargo space and larger tank more than make up for it in my opinion. You can stay in the belt longer and it's going to be much harder for gankers to destroy the Orca. A mining barge that is fit fully for yield, which they need to be if they want to compete with the Orca, is paper thin and can be ganked by a few destroyers. I also want to mention that I never go fully AFK when I'm mining. I think it's a very bad idea, and as I've said, I think the chance of getting ganked in an orca is probably lower than in a mining barge. It is still possible, so it's important to keep an eye on local so you can notice suspicious spikes. It's also pretty important because you want to keep the rats in mind, while in Heisek we're only talking about some frigates that will not break the passive tank of the orca. You don't want to lose an expensive mining drone to them. So while I do mine in the orca, while I do other things on a second screen like watching a video, reading up on the forums or Reddit, I never go fully AFK. So to end, I'd like to say that I believe the current way mining works in EVE plays an important role in keeping solo players that are looking for a more relaxed experience in the game. It's not for everyone, and it's not even my favorite playstyle in the game, that would be exploration, but it's definitely an important part of my playtime in EVE. So it's been very rewarding over the years to work my way towards the best possible mining ship in Heisek. That used to be something like the Hulk when I first started EVE, that then switched to the Machina, and now I personally feel like the Orca fits that role perfectly. It's still a capital ship, so you can build it by yourself and you can use it in Heisek. It really does look like top dog for newer players. It's not overpowered to the point where it's the only option, and I personally love my Orca. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Yeah, it's interesting. I could go Orca, and I probably will, specifically because it has about 20,000 more M3, which, you know, is more. But the money I'm pulling in is so negligible. I don't really value like another million each run or whatever, and and the price of the ship is like 4 times as much. If I start losing them, it'll cost me. It'll cost me a lot. Losing this ship won't be that bad. Losing those ships is like, oh, it's scary. The 3 threes of high sex solo orca mining and fitting. Yeah, let's hear more about it.
What's up, guys?
Thank you, Enton, for the excellent content for my Eve Enton. I've liked to sub to your channel. Thank you for the excellent content for my stream.
Guys, it's Eventon here, and I'm doing this video for a few different reasons, and I was even struggling with the title of the video. I just ended up with just covering, hey, the 3 threes of orca fitting or the orca guide, whatever I came up with. And that's for a few different reasons. First off, CCP, they've already pretty much officially announced they're going to be changing the orca and the world to be more boosting role. So all the people that do enjoy solo orca mining, you guys, that's going to be pretty short-lived. To me, I imagine that change is going to happen anywhere between 1 to 6 months from now, which is still plenty of time to take advantage of some solo mining in the meantime. But I really just wanted to put this whole orca fit thing to rest because my previous videos, a lot of people liked the fit, some people didn't like it. I don't assume everyone is going to agree with me, and like that's perfectly fine. But I just wanted to cover some of the recommended fits that they gave me, and I see pretty consistently on Z-Killboard too. And honestly, all 3 of the fits that I'm recommending here, they've all been killed on Z-Killboard. There's no silver bullet when it comes to surviving a gank or anything like that, which is why there's kind of 3 rules of thought, or like 3 schools of thought when it comes to fitting your orca. I'm going to go through each one. We're going to cover Z-Killboard. I'm going to give you the benefits and disadvantages of each of the fits, as well as, in my opinion, the 3 modules you absolutely need to have on your ship, on your orca, like if you're solo mining, like at all times, like no matter what. And then also the 3 things you should keep at the top of your mind when you are solo mining in the meantime, whether moving from system to system or if you are just mining out in the belt. 3 things that you need to do to help avoid ganks. So first thing we're going to do is look at this fit, and I'm going to show my fit last, but this is the one that I see all the time on Z-Killboard. This is also one that I think got recommended the most, and I just call this the Ooga Booga fit. It's like, hey, me big caveman, I have as much EHP as possible, you can't gank me, that kind of thing, right? And so this is the one I saw the most, because for me personally, I actually run all drone mining augmentation like rigs in here, so to help maximize the yield. A lot of people are saying, hey, why don't you just run 3 bulkheads at 2, maximize the EHP? If you don't do that, you're going to be an easy target for a gank. I would say yes and no to that. And even in the high slots here, I added these to add more tanks. So we have a shield harmonizing charge and a shield extension charge to help increase the HP, reinforced bulkhead, damage control. I even added 2 dead space, kinetic and thermal, because those are actually really, really cheap on the market. And then 3 multi-spectral shield hardeners too. Just really trying to crank up that thermal and kinetic resist, because as you'll see here in the Z-Killboard, every single gank that's happened in high sec, as far as that I've seen, has always been done in a Catalyst or a Talos. And a lot of those ganks are happening in the same place, but I'll cover that here in a little bit. So obviously the big benefit of this is you have a ton of EHP. I mean, if a scout comes by and they scan your ship, or they notice that you have a ton of tank, it could be enough to scare them off or ward them off and maybe they're bothering ganking you. So they could just move on to the next Orca, just try and find an easier target to gank. That could be the case. That's not always the case, as you'll see here in a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
But you're really just heavily relying on the fact that they just don't have enough people logged in to take you out, which, I mean, it could be a valid form of defense, but in this instance, I don't think it is. So, and not only that, you do have a much lower mining yield compared to some of the other fits.
The asteroid is depleted.
A little bit. So this is the one I've seen pretty consistently. I called the Ooga Booga fit. You just hope that it's enough to ward them off. But as you'll see here, it doesn't make much of a difference. All right, now we're going to look at Z Killboard here really quickly, if I'm able to switch scenes. I narrowed it down so you guys don't have to look at the ads and all that other stuff on the side. But as you can see here, this is pretty much a straight up Ooga Booga fit. I mean, he has a survey scanner too here, but I don't think it makes that big of a difference. As you can see here, this guy has a damage control 2, reinforced bulkhead, and triple transverse bulkhead. He got ganked by, even though these show capsules down here, I'm pretty sure these were all in Taloses as well. So this guy was ganked by a variation of Taloses, small little corvettes that were using apparently blaster cannons, all these type of weapon types. So, and he was ganked by 22 ships. So even the Ooga Booga fit can't always hold up, and he was in a 0.7 system, which is arguably somewhat safe. I mean, it's not the most safe system. And same here. Here's a 0.6, another Ooga Booga fit. Same here. I don't know what's up with people always running survey scanners, but this guy was actually ganked to 25 Taloses. It's probably a bit of overkill, but again, like no matter how much you tank out your ship, there's always going to be more ships and more gankers. And all these ganks actually happened on April 3rd. The gankers were just, for whatever reason, that weekend on an absolute tear. I think there was like 20-something Orcas ganked, all in high sec. I didn't count any in low sec or null sec or any war-related ganks. These are all just straight up high sec ganks. And so here's another pseudo Ooga Booga fit. They have a large mining drone augmenter here in the rig slot, which I believe drops down the EHP by like, I don't know, 70,000. It just depends on how you fit it. But this one's just straight up ganked by Catalyst. They didn't even need Taloses for this one. So if you're really relying on just your sheer EHP to help you survive, it's just not going to cut it. So you really need to be prepared. And as you can tell, some of these, a good portion of these, some of these don't even have a micro warp drive, which is one of the things I think you should absolutely have on your Orca. This guy even has an abyssal damage control, which hopefully gave him some more armor. But again, like this guy got ganked by 45 Catalysts. So, I mean, you're getting ganked by guys anywhere between 20 to 45 Catalysts. And at that point, there's nothing you can do to stop these gankers. I'm not saying the fit is ineffective, but if you're relying on your gankers to help you survive, or that the gankers aren't going to show up, it's just simply not going to cut it. All right, next bit we're going to look at is the drone speed one, and this one's honestly just really straightforward. These kind of fits are just sacrificing tank, not only in the rig slots, but also in the mids, just for some extra drone speed as well as some drone yield. So my fit is the same way. I maximize the drone yield through the rig slots. A lot of people are saying, hey, you need to have drone navigation computers to help increase the speed, as well as drone link augmenters. To be honest, I'm not seeing a huge benefit to having like extra drone range. I'm not sure if these people are just like literally sitting in the middle of the belt, mining things from like 40, 50, plus kilometers away and just letting their drone speed do it. I'm not exactly sure. I will say there is one good thing about, I should say, this fit as well as my fit over the Ooga Booga fit, is that this thing, just because of these drone mining rigs, that we are actually mining about 45, roughly 50% faster than the other one, because the other fit only mined with my skills at 3.1 meters a second. Well, this one's getting 4.5 as well as mine. So not only that, but I mean, we're actually staying in belt 50% less than the other fit. So if this fit took 2 hours in order for it to fill up its ore hold and be able to call it a day, however you want to mine, the Ooga Booga fit would actually take 3 hours. So you're actually in belt for a whole hour longer than you are this fit, which actually keeps you open and vulnerable to ganks. So again, it's really what you value. And do you value just getting your yield up as high as you can so you can spend less time in belt, or do you value the EHP and try to ward off and scare off gankers? We'll go ahead and jump over to Z Killboard and look at a few of these fits. Like I said, it's very straightforward. Nothing you're going to do is going to necessarily keep you safe. This one's a bit different because they are running one transverse bulkhead, but again, they're running the double drone navs here in the mids. This one's actually running a sentient drone and navigation computer. As you can see, all these are a bit different. Some of them favor have a little bit more in tank. Some of them want to maximize that drone yield. This one, interestingly enough, is running a large core defense field extender. They're running a drone nav 2, and then also I thought they had an extension one up here as well, but we'll talk about the low slots later. But for now, again, it's really up to you. And as you can see, this is 30 catalysts. This other one had 28 Taloses, which is, I think, complete overkill for this type
Oh,
of
my
fit.
full?
So I guess you could kind of make an argument that, hey, if your gankers are going to come after you, they're going to overkill your fit anyway, whether you're fully tanked or whether you're fully yielded out. It doesn't really matter. But we'll go ahead and take a look at my fit here in a sec. All right, here's my personal fit when it comes to using it. It's kind of a mix between the two different styles. And I mean, I've showed this fit about 2 or 3 different times on my previous Orca solo mining fit videos, so you guys should be familiar with this one. Just really trying to maximize the rig slots because there's literally no other way to increase your drone yield other than kind of increasing the speed, but I don't really consider that. Because I want to spend as little time as possible in the belt, because in my opinion, the less time you spend in the belt, the less likely you are to get ganked and get spotted by scouts and things like that. And we're trying to maximize the take where we can, which is the low and the mid slots. So I forgot to mention in the other fit with the drone speed one, I think when you overheat the hardware,
1.4 is too much. I don't need to learn this. I don't need it. Not right now, anyway. Later on, I suppose I'd be willing to take that risk, but I'd have to have 10 billion in the bank to risk 1.4. I mean, I have 10 billion, but not in liquid. Yeah. The Ore Monster by Lure Gaming, yeah. Yeah, it's cheaper. It's an interesting ship. I don't know how easy it'll be to fly, but it's an interesting ship in the respect that... Yeah, that's cool. Definitely. It's an interesting ship, but but I don't know, for the price, I could see mining and null, day trip mining in nullsec with a porpoise. I could see losing 100 million and it wouldn't bother me that much. Yeah, maybe now day trip mining and a porpoise might be really worth it. Day trip mining and a porpoise. Let's go see. And if they kill me, they kill me. If they don't, they won't. It's fine. Why aren't we? Oh, there we go. Auto link. Ship type. Battery type. I need a porpoise. Industrial command ship bonuses. You know what I used to do is put my taskbar across the top. Wow. Industrial command ships to 1. I would need 10 days. Mining director 1, mining foreman 5. I don't need a porpoise per se. I believe it would actually be a retriever. Cheap retriever. And day trip. And then just go back to Jita. Just slow boat to Jita from, I mean, I don't know. The warp time in a fucking retriever to get back to Jita is kind of scary. It's pretty scary. But I mean, it's I don't know. It's short of gate camps that you would get through. I mean,
Peace be with you.
yeah, why not take some Needlejack Retriever out there for Mercoxit and go to... They won't be... They could check the belts, but like you go, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess you would just go to a belt. Yeah. I don't know how you would deal with the ships out there. Because I think battleships spawn at the belt, which I don't think the drones can handle.
Go in
I'm like
peace.
fairly sure. What was that? Something jumped. And why do I see a question mark here? It seems weird. I don't think I have one. Oh, learn apprentices cook. Oh, they okay. So, but yeah, but you say I have a turn in here, but I don't think I do. Right? Yeah, like I don't have a turn in here. Why do you? Oh, you're saying? Oh, the road to Darnassus. Yes, I do. It's just yeah, she just moves is all. Oops. How are we? Nice.
Ishnu Daldiye.
Maybe Procurer. Go out there and mine Mercoxit and come back. I think they call this Ninja Mercoxit. Yeah, this guy did a video about this.
Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be testing out gas mining in Nullsec. I've not tried this ever before. I've only done gas mining previously in a WoW space, but this will be my first time doing it in Nullsec. We'll be giving it a go in the Prospect. Previously when I've been doing gas mining, it's only been with a Venture, so this is the first time also using a Prospect for gas mining. It's also carrying here Warpcore Stabilizer. This was a fit I
Nice.
found that was recommended in the fitting tab. I've never used a Warpcore Stabilizer since the changes were made to them, so it seems like maybe that you just activate it and then you're able to warp off, maybe. And there's a bit of a cooldown as well. Oh, that's a long cooldown. Okay, we'll go and look for some gas sites. Counters, and go in cosmic signatures. See if we can find
Aggro.
lots of cosmic signatures. 3, 6, 4 signatures. Carrying the Garista skin. I think the Garista skin looks really cool on these mining ships. Makes them look a little bit more evil. The Prospect is a covert ops capable ship, so you're able to warp around like this really sneakily. Oh, I probably also should have carried Mobile Depot actually, because then I could refit in space if there was not like a structure nearby. Most of these systems there seems to be structures, but if there isn't, I'll at least be able to refit. Because there's a bit of an issue with this ship here. Oh, close proximity and then, you know. There must have been like something that warped just past us or something that decloaked us. We decloaked mid-warp. You see the way the slots are here, you're made to have 2 gas harvesters, but then you cannot carry a cover ops and scan at the same time. So I'm just gonna carry a scanner here.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not interested in this.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ken from Ken's Gears Gaming. Today, as you can see, I am in Nullsec, and we're mining some of the best ore in the game. It's been quite a while since I've been in Nullsec. I managed to get myself into...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another solo mining episode. This is going to be for episode 15, and I'm out here just doing some Nullsec Procure Mercoxis mining.
Yep, there's what I'm looking for. Nullsec Procurer Mercoxis mining. What does it pay?
Probably one of the better, probably one of the best actually, is per hour mining activities you can do.
Yeah.
I like doing the Procure because it's just cheap. I mean,
Cheap.
It
Yep.
costs maybe
30-ish
million.
60 million.
Makes quite a bit per hour, even in a venture.
How may I help?
the procure right now, I make roughly 40 million. I would say it's easier to actually do Mercox's mining than gas mining. There's a little more training that goes into Mercox's mining, but the thing is it's a lot easier to find Mercox's. I usually don't do the skiff just because skiff's cost is so much higher than the procure. But like I said, you can go all the way down to, you can essentially do Mercox's mining on any mining.
The drones do kill the
rats I just took down now. There was 3 destroyers and 2 cruisers, and we took quite a bit. I'll put the fit I have in this ship in the description. But
yeah, this is good.
I'm running essentially just buffer tank for this. Couple medium shield extenders and shield rigs, and then my load.
Oh wait, no, this might actually be good.
Workforce just help me with my align time. The align time for the procure is pretty bad. We try to get it underneath the line time underneath what the workforce stabilizer duration is. Now, if you're going to be planning on doing any Mercox's mining, you will not be actually selling the Mercox's itself, which is why you want to kind of invest in some bean counters, some like refining implants, and you want to kind of choose wisely where you actually refine it, because the real money actually is not in the Mercox's ore itself. It's actually in the morphite that you refine out of it, and it's one of the best ISK per M3 items in the game. So if you're in nullsec and you're looking for something that doesn't weigh or doesn't take up a whole lot of volume, Mercox's is the best thing to do, right? Very low volume, very high ISK returns. You can put a lot of it in like a deep space transport, or actually not a deep space transport, forgive me. You have like a blockade runner, like a crane, or even like you can fit a good amount of ISK value even in like an interceptor or something like that. But what I usually do when I export is I'll just have like a freight service and take it out for me. Finally got this character up to the point where she can do it. So bounce between this and gas mining, her income is substantially better now. And
okay, so why don't I just buy Morphite from nullsec and have a freight service bring it to me? I have $1 billion ISK. I could spend 500 million on Morphite, and then 500 million or whatever, 500, like whatever the contract will be, and insure for 500 million. Yeah. Wow.
As far as earning enough solo mining to do Omega between gas mining and Mercox's mining and just kind of all the other random stuff I do, it's no longer.
So it would be fun, I think, to jump to a dead clone now, and I want to do an experiment in Eve that won't require much work for me. I think. I don't know. I guess before I do this, I guess I better go to the Eve market. I have this here. Yeah, here we go. Eve Tycoon. We're looking for what is it? Morphite. Yeah, I forget the direct name. It's like Morphite, right? Morphite, I think. The damn keyboard. Take the cord out. There we go. It's been plugged in for hours. Should be alright. Morphite. Eve. Yeah, Eve Morphite, right? Oh, how am I here? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. So probably you. Yeah, frankly, I don't really want you. And then that, anything silver at all, it's helpful, but the rest of it isn't. And yeah, honestly, I'd take the silver for that too, just because I don't want to worry about it, but it's not taking up that much inventory space. I could send it to the bank, all that crap. Oh, the first aid is definitely something that must happen. Like, must happen. Like, now, too.
Hello.
Oh, I already trained, huh?
May the stars guide you.
Yep, pacing's good. I'm moving too fast. I need to just embrace the idea of only getting like a level a day and enjoying it and chilling out. Yep. So yeah, I came here looking for Morphite. Yep, highly unorthodox use as a basic building material. So Morphite, right? So let's look at item name Morphite. right? Morphite. There we go. So there's a bunch of it in Jita for 41. People were selling it for 41 in Jita, 41,900. But I'm looking for cheaper than that. Yeah, cheaper than that. Like Pure Bliss, right? Anybody selling it at all? 39. Yeah, so what is it in Jita again? It's like yeah, in Jita it's 41 for 50,000 of it. It's not enough. I had assumed that it would be cheaper. There is Jita. The biggest, sorry, the best buy order is in Heck. Or no, yeah, and there's the buy order for 41,880 in Heck. This market is like basically perfect. There's no exploit here. There's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm looking for the highest buy order and the lowest seller, I guess. Yeah. Lowest seller of actual amount is 39 in Podian 8 and Podian 8. Yeah. And so there could be some interesting money to be had here for one button click, essentially. One button click, pretty much. Two of them, right? So, well, and buying the stuff, I suppose, is some clicks, but if we can go to Podian 8 and clean out his Morphite, we could fly it back to Jita and sell for, or even someplace closer than that, or this place, 44. It'd probably go to this place, right? Sheenan's chemo tech factory, right? It'd be fun to try and experiment. It's kind of crazy, but I want to take the ship that they give you for free, right? The ship that they give you for free, and I want to strip so I'm naked, right? And like no clone, no augs or anything, and I want to fly out autopilot all the way to this place, right? Buy whatever will fill the ship. Yeah, whatever, like buy as much as will fill the ship, right? And then we autopilot back to, I guess, this place, right? And while it's, I don't know how much money that is. I don't think it's much money. I think it's like 5 million or something, but it's 2 button clicks. It's an interesting thing. If I could go in something bigger that wouldn't get killed, I would do that. But I don't think. See, I'm looking for low investment ship that's like essentially free, that costs me nothing to try and gamble. See if just nobody ever touches me, right? Just because I'm in a free ship, right? And yeah, and I want to see if I can just do a free journey. I think I'm going to do this because it requires nothing. It requires nothing at all. It's an interesting thing. So yeah, we'll go jump. I've been sitting in this mining ship too long. It's time to do something in Eve. I've been like not doing this, and I should. Oh, I have this buff that I slowly ticking out. I guess I'll go back to the flies because they did work out pretty well. So we're going to oregano. Yeah. Okay, so first we jump to a dead clone and we leave this here because I want to sit here. I want this clone sitting here, but I don't know if there's a clone bay here. I want to leave this ship. Yep. And, oh, speaking of which, I don't know if this ship is insured, but I want it to be. Is this ship still insured? 11 days, yeah. For 15 million, I can get like another like 50 million payout on this 300 million ship. I think that's actually not that bad. So yeah, well, but I don't really think anything's gonna happen. I'll buy the basic for 3 and take my 25 million. Yeah, I'll take it again. It's good. 11 days was gonna expire. I would have forgotten. So yeah, or well, I could go in something like this, which is like it just jump out, like leave the clone. Interactions. Oh god, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at character, jump clones. I want a dead clone. Yeah. And yeah, it should be good, I think, and I can just jump back here at will. Yeah. So yeah, jump clone, right? To G to Moon 4, yeah, to dead clone, yeah, jump, yep. Hey, cool, and I can just jump right back here when I'm done tomorrow. When I get on tomorrow, I can just jump back, or I can just fly out here. Is also like fun. Yeah, in 18 hours, yeah, okay. So yeah, now we're in Jita. We have a dead clone. I don't know. I guess I could take something like a Badger. Something really fucking cheap. Like I don't know, but what are the chances I'll get through without a gate camp? There's no way. There's no way. I don't know. Like I don't know. Let's go to this place, I guess. Oh wow, yeah, nasty storm blowing my house around. Wow. Time is it? 11:15. It's not bad. I don't know what I want to take because I think the only thing that's likely to not piss me off is this. Yeah. Because anything else is lost. But 125 M of this Morphite would be pretty good for a free ship, right? So now I have 0 investment, 0. I can't remember this. This is a noob question. You will not lose skill points, yeah. But any implants, yeah, you don't lose skill points if you die, yeah. So yeah, who cares? So it's a